in the days when I was dating my ex-husband, so I'm going back a bit here, we decided to go on a very random trip to the Lake District in the UK. And if you're in the UK, you'll know how beautiful that is, part of the country. But it was a bank holiday weekend, so complete madness to get in the car and hope that we may well find ourselves some accommodation when we got there. So off we went. We drove down into beautiful Windermere, and we went from hotel to hotel to hotel. And guess what? Every one of them was full. And so we had nowhere to stay. So we carried on, and we thought maybe if we drive just outside Windermere, we'll find somewhere that's perhaps not so popular and not so busy. And as we came out of Windermere, we were driving up a hill, and we suddenly saw a sign that said vacancies. So we turned in sharply, and we continued to drive up this hill, which seemed to go on forever, and eventually came onto this car park, which was literally empty. So already it was starting to feel a bit strange that it was this beautiful old house. And I mean, as in the ghost stories, an old house. We parked the car, we walked into the reception, great big heavy door that we had to open to walk in, and all of a sudden we're in the reception and it's dark. It's dark wood, it's dark walls, and there's nobody on reception. Rang the bell, took a little while, and down comes a very tall man in a black suit with a straight black tie, and very serious, and asked us if we were looking for accommodation. We said, yes, please, room for 2. And we were given the key to room number 1. So yes, the plot thickens. So all of a sudden, where was mother? I'm going to tell you, Andrew, where was mother? So all of a sudden then, as we turned round with our key to room number 1, down comes the stairs, a lady in a long black dress. I'm not even making this up. This is a true story. Her dress was right down to her ankles. She had her hair scraped back in a bun. I mean, you couldn't write it, could you? We went off into our room. In we go to the room, and it was a beautiful room, but it was right on the ground floor, and we had these huge double doors which opened up into like a garden area. I just had every bit of my gut telling me, do not stay in this place a minute longer. We went back out to reception to find out how you get breakfast, whether there's dinner, what's around the hotel area. And we were told that you could have dinner at a certain time, that the front door would be locked at 10 o'clock. Locked at 10 o'clock. At that point, I said to my boyfriend at the time, I really don't want to stay here any longer. And we literally made up a story that we had been called by our family to go home immediately because there was a problem at home. And my mum told me never to lie. So it felt terrible doing it, but I just didn't feel safe. And as we came out of the front door of this big house and got into our car, started the car and started to drive off. And all of a sudden, a man ran from nowhere and banged on my car window, which frightened the life out of me. And as I rolled the window down, just asked me if I knew where the nearest restaurant was or something. And the man was intoxicated. He was quite drunk. So all of those bizarre things kind of added up to me to ask the question, had I entered a parallel universe on this trip to the Lake District? Or was there really a hotel up outside Windermere that had no guests in it on a bank holiday weekend?